cornfield. And that's why they call it a spot and stalk.
Well, mine's short and sweet.
What is it? Kill
Shooting a buck and coming on.
Alright, basically game plan for today is make it into Illinois with a spare tire.
Without a spare tire.
Without a spare tire. We already used a spare tire.
Okay.
But wait, it technically is our spare tire. It technically is a spare tire.
We don't have a spare now because our spare is on in use right now.
Yeah, we're riding dirty.
We're riding with the dirty spare. We gotta make it 4 hours with the dirty spare and check into Casa de la Galcanta. And then we're gonna kill some deer.
Two more doe. 1, 2.
Is that public?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's an elevator for handicap people. No way, I'm riding.
Oh yeah, I'll sleep on the couch.
Oh, we got a fire. Oh yeah, look at that thing. Boy.
Bro, this is creepy. You can have this room. Burning.
is set number 2 here in Illinois. I'm back where I was yesterday afternoon, and I saw 5 deer total. I saw a good shooter buck come in with a hot doe. So hopefully they are still in this thicket back behind me. But if not, hopefully another buck picks up their trail. I'm trying to be quiet because it is very still this morning. It's a crisp 30 degrees, and I'm sweating from climbing freaking 2 mountains to get back over here where I was. I had some does on my cellular camera last night, so there was still deer moving through here through the night. There's a lot of sign around me, a lot of good buck sign. So I'm hoping that another buck strolls back through this morning. Should be a good sit. Morning number 2. Just had 5 does walk this creek banger here. They're going towards Sam, so hopefully he'll shoot one. We're waiting on a buck, see what happens. Back and forth. So now we're just hanging out, waiting for the big boy to walk out.
That's a shooter. All cooed up. Peace.
Alright, it's day 4 or 5 here in southern Illinois. It's about 3:15. I've been in the stand since like 1:30. Had in a different spot, but I didn't like the spot because it was too close to the trail, so I moved it to this tree so I'm a little further away. Had a guy walk in on me about 30 minutes, but he saw me and backed out. We're in like this little finger. There's bedding all in here and all on this other side. I'm in the bottom and there's rubs everywhere in here. So it's just me and Sam hunting. He's off somewhere else. Bronson and Jackson are just goofing off, doing something stupid. So we'll see what happens. Peace.
Well, I didn't sit long, but I got a notification on my camera, my other camera. It's like further north of here. A big old 8-point came out. He was out there like 15 minutes ago. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the cabin and then go set up this lock on and sit there all day, and the rest of the time we're here, we leave Saturday. I'm just gonna sit there every day. So we'll see what happens and keep you all posted. It's currently sleeting. So it got one in on me at 4:30 for some reason. Yeah. Been a terrible day for deer hunting. Well, it's day 5. Me and Jackson decided to sleep in this morning and come around 11 o'clock, which is now, and pick up our climbers, which were a mile back in the woods. We're gonna meet each other back at the CRP. Once we meet each other at the CRP, we're gonna take them and go set up on some food plots and see if we can catch some does this afternoon. Go ahead and get this show on the road. We'll check in later tonight. Peace.
Alright, basically this afternoon, me and Bryson are getting out of the hill country and going to some flat ground, hallelujah. And
I got my exercise.
About to smoke a doe this afternoon if we can, and maybe a buck if we get a chance on that. New spot, so don't know what we're really getting into. It'll be on the edge of a field. Feeling good about it. How about you?
Well, the reason we know we're going to these spots is because yesterday we were riding around and we actually saw some deer in the field. We're going to give it a shot.
How many?
4.
Alright.
4 big ones. Gonna take the camera, see if we can actually get some footage of some actual live deer this time.
And Will, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna shoot a buck. I ain't chasing no baby doe like that.
It's the 4th day hunt, November 8th, 2021. I just found a fresh scrape about 20 yards away. And also there's a rub out in the cow pasture. Hasn't been there for long. Pretty fresh. I just got set up. I'm actually sitting on the ground today. I'm behind a bunch of brush. I'm gonna try this instead of setting up a lock on because of my time constraint. Hopefully, we luck up tonight. Peace. Well, boys, that just wrapped up the hunt for October 8th, 2021. Afternoon sit. Sat on top of a scrape, and I saw the most I've ever seen today. Saw 3 ducks, and I heard some geese fly over. Didn't quite see them. And then I had some cows behind me. But needless to say, best hunt so far. Can't wait for tomorrow. Peace. Well, just got set up in my stand. We saw 4 does out here in the field yesterday, so we came and found a spot. I actually found out where they're hopping the fence at. It's right here to my left. I found a tree, but it's pretty small and sketchy. But I think it might work out pretty good. Just gonna see how the night plays out. We'll update you in a little bit. Peace. Well, I think I just smoked my first doe with my bow. This will be a big milestone. Hopefully I made a good shot. Not too sure how I'm feeling now. We'll see in a little bit. Alright, we're walking out. Didn't see nothing. Surprise. But Bryson just shot 2 does. I know one of them, Jackson said he saw it die in front of the stand of 80 yards in front of him. So we know he got one. The other one he said was like 30 yards. But hopefully he got it. I don't know if I'm ever going to get picked up, so I'm just walking down the road. I was sitting in the stand. I got set up and everything, picked the smallest tree in the forest. I was only about 15 feet off the ground. So I sat there, and I'm sitting there, about 4 o'clock rolls around. I hear stuff behind me, 5 or 10 minutes, and all of a sudden, I see 2 does, they were smaller does, dart out from over the woods, jump over the fence right there, and shoot down towards Jackson. And this is where I was like, okay, a buck's gonna be chasing him. No, a buck wasn't chasing him. I was going to just leave my climber behind me and climb a tree and sit. But then I was like, you know what, that's probably not a good idea. So there's no brush, except for in front of you. There's brush, except for where I wanted to sit, there's no brush. So then I'm sitting there and this doe walks over and she comes around the tree. Right when I see her, she sees me and she just stares at me and starts stomping. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. This deer I was fixing to shoot is gonna see me and run off. So then I was like, you know, I can't pick the camera up. And as soon as she went behind the tree, the other smaller doe was feeding, and I yanked back my bow, and that thing started walking, and there's brush here, a V of a tree, and I said, this is my only shot. I said, I'm fixing to smoke a doe between the V. Who knows, I could have hit that thing in the tail for all I know. And then the second one, about 10 minutes later, we got another one. I mean, I turned and this thing looks like a buck with no antlers, so I might be tagged out, we don't know. If I clipped the lungs, I barely got them. But this thing did the same thing. Came behind a big old tree, and there's one little gap to shoot it, and then it brushed again. I said, doing the same thing again. I ain't listening. I had good luck with the first one, so I'm gonna do the second one. So the second one came across, and all of a sudden, I let that arrow fly. And then this is where Jackson's story starts.
So I'm watching this groundhog, freaky looking thing. Didn't get a good video of it, I tried. Then 2 little does run down here and they start feeding around. The groundhog goes into the field. While I'm watching them, I hear 2 deer running like crazy. Well, they're running down the railroad track. I mean, just making a freaking racket. It sounded like a herd of cows coming down the railroad track. Well, then they cut out in the field, and like I could only see a glimpse of them. Don't know what they were. They stayed out in the field. Had those 2 little deer in front of me, and I'm sitting there watching them, and I just hear whack, and I look up the hill, and there's a huge, I thought it was a buck. I mean, the deer is huge, and it might be a buck. Hightailing it down the into the field, and so I grab my binoculars. Well, I lose it. Like I'm sitting in a bunch of trees, and I could only see like 2 little spots up here on this field that Bryson was in, and lost it. There's a big tree in the field, and right next to that tree, I just watched that deer. It walked up there, and it just literally just flops over, like right next to the tree, and it was just dead as a doornail. And so that's when I texted Bryson, and I was like, heard you whack one, she's dead.
I also saw a buck run through the field, but he was a little small thing. He wasn't bigger than that 6-point I saw the other day.
Yeah. Let's go find him.
I wanted to go to do something. I didn't want to have to do nothing. I didn't want to do one.
There's bubbles on it.
That ain't good.
Yeah, it is. Smell it.
Smell it.
God, it smells like guts.
We might have had a gut shot. We'll see.
Oh,
that was right here.
Around. Smells like guts.
That ain't good.
Smells just like guts.
Huh?
That smells like what it smells like when you cut
We'll
that.
just leave it here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go walking through like that when you ain't got blood over here.
You can go this way. Right this way. Right there. Out there. Out there, some on that lead. Yike!
Oh dang, I saw everything way back.
Oh, it's a buck.
God, that's done. First bow kill.
That's
I got it good. Quarter.
Oh, heck yeah!
Smoke. What you talking about?
That
Oh,
is a
yeah.
huge doe.
Oh,
really?
you wait till you see that other one, dude. That other one is like a world record doe. That thing's huge.
Oh, you gotta call and get a confirmation number. If the head is... I can't read this crap.
Top of the nose. Corner of the eye. It's 30, right on the dot.
No. 120.
Nup, where did you harvest your animal?
Field.
For private land, press 1. For public land, press 2. Please say the name of the public hunt area that you harvested your animal in.
Shawnee National Forest.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find the public hunt area. Please try again speaking clearly. Please say the name of the public hunt area that you harvested your animal in.
Shawnee National Forest.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find the public hunt area. Please try again speaking clearly. Please say the name of the public hunt area that you harvested your animal in.
Shawnee National.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
It's in the toolbox. In the right side. Passenger side. Get that one.
Cross them. Bryson's cracking a cold Pepsi.
I knew we were going to.
We got 2 does in the back. Will's got homework to do. That's not gonna get done. Cause here we are. Middle of the cow pasture, Illinois. Framed to the max. Good old street tire spare too. Last day. What's up? Last day. We're gonna try to pull an all-day sit, except for Bryson
Because he hates hunting.
because he hates
And
hunting.
he'd rather be goose hunting.
And
No, I've already got my 2 tags filled.
It depends on how many deer I'm seeing. I sit till 11 hours of the day.
me and Sam are sitting all day.
Don't ask us to bring you no
There's some
lunch now.
weenies.
What are we looking at, Bryson?
We're looking at a deer we got on camera this morning at 4:45, and I walked to the stand at 5:15, and the Moultrie didn't send us a picture until like 7 o'clock. So, Moultrie, you need to get your stuff together. Alright, here she is. He.
Oh my gosh.
No, just wait.
That might have been one I saw.
Easy turn. I guess I might sit there this afternoon.
I would.
Alright, me and Sam's fishing to go down to this bottom, and we ain't coming out unless we got a big old sad daddy buck dragging it out. Alright.
Looks like he's sleeping down there then.
Alright, here we are, last day in Illinois. Me and Sam are sitting in a little hardwood funnel between a cow pasture and some really thick, swampy stuff. We just had 2 hunters walk in behind us, and they walked all through the thick stuff. They both had climbers on their backs, so that probably messed us up for a while, but we'll see what happens. Sam's about 50 yards to my left, down there on the edge. He sat here yesterday afternoon and saw about, I think, 6 or 7 deer, so it should be a good spot.
Alright, it's November the 13th. We've been here since the 5th. We did get on a deer on the next to last day. We got a deer on camera. Hunted that morning and afternoon. Did not see anything but does. So we decided not to go this morning. Packed the trailer up, and we just took all our climbers down, and we are headed to the processor to pick up the 2 does that were killed.
Bryson and Jackson.
Bryson and Jackson shot does.
Bryson didn't shoot both of them.
No.
Definitely not.
We're heading to the processor to pick them up, and we'll head to the house. We got about a 10-hour drive ahead of us, and it is 10:30.